Hi guys, welcome to Website Tools. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to customize manual pop-up notifications. Alright, so you need to have an Website Tools login account. So if you don't have an account, you need to register for one with just your email ID. You don't need a credit card, and you can access the free account. So I'm going to go into my login dashboard. Alright, so I've already explained in one of the earlier videos on how to create, how to paste your pixel code into your website or Shopify store or any other WordPress site that you may be using. All right. So once that's done, then you need to create a campaign. Okay, that's also covered in another video, how to create a campaign. Uh, so now we're going to go straight into the campaign. So I have created this campaign here called WT Fashions. I'm just going to go back into my dashboard. Okay, so this is the dashboard. So here you have to create a new campaign if you haven't. I've already created a campaign, so I'm going to go into it. Okay, so now we're into our dashboard for the campaign WT Fashions. All right, so that's the name of my campaign, and it correlates with the Shopify demo store that I've created. All right, so now let's go ahead and create our first manual notification. So we hit create notification. Okay, so here we see all the 24 notifications that Website Tools offers you, and this is accessible to all accounts. Even the free account can access all these pop-ups. So you may choose whichever you like. So for this pop-up, we're going to go with the latest conversions. All right. Scroll down and then hit create. Okay. So now this is the pop-up that we are going to customize. I've explained in another video how to create real-time social proof conversion notifications. That is when somebody takes some action on your Shopify store, your website, or any other e-commerce site. You will see real-time pop-up notifications show up on your website. All right. So in this case, we're going to show you the second option, which is to create manual notifications. So these are not real time; these are manual notifications that you can create, giving any title, description, or image, whatever you like, and then create them and set them up, and then they will show up. So let's quickly go up. So I'm going to call this first notification uh, demo uh, conversions. Demo conversions is 001. Right. Now this is the notification name. You can give it any name so that you can quickly identify this pop-up from your list on the dashboard. All right. Now the title that you see here is what's here. You'll notice that beneath every input box, there are these prompts here. And these are very helpful. So you can go to them and they quickly tell you what to do. And if you need any further help, then you can see here there's this purple uh, box here at the bottom right hand corner, help desk. Just click on it and then you get access to all our help data. All right, so here we're going to say, for example, you could localize this and say Janice from, from Dallas, Texas. Right, so you put that there, and then the conversion description is what's beneath the title. So here we're going to put, you can put whatever. So let's say if you're an e-commerce store, then we're going to say just, all right, I have this here. All right, just bought a super dry denim at 50% off. You know, whatever. I mean, you can customize it the way you like. And the next thing is we need to get an image URL. So for this, we're going to go into Icons 8, as you can see here. Icons 8 is a site that gives you access to free images. All right, so you can go into your Icons uh, 8 and choose photos. So let's say here we're looking for what people are, so it will give you a collection of photos. All right, so let's say we go with an Asian woman. All right, so you can quickly scroll down. All right, and then just select any picture that you like. Okay, so let's go with this one here. Right click on the image and just say copy image address. Come back into your notification dashboard. Yeah, right. Copy paste the URL, hit enter. Uh, Hold on 1 second. I just need to go back in there. Oh yeah, sorry. Copy the image from here. Copy the image address. Go back into website tools dashboard and scroll down here to the image URL. Hit enter. Okay, there you have it. Just loaded. Right now, this is the next input box is the notification URL. So this is the URL that you want. Users when they see this pop up on your site, okay, they see that Janice has bought this super dry denim at 50% off. So if they click on this pop up, and maybe they want to check it out, you can link it to that product page here, right? So you just put the product page here. So in this case, I'm just going to put, let's say, a Shopify store URL, right? Okay, and then you have to toggle this on. So on click, open a new tab. So if you don't toggle this on, if somebody clicks on your pop-up, there won't be any action. All right. And then next you need to configure is how many conversions to show. So you can say that you want to show maybe uh, 5 or 10, and in between you want to delay, let's say 15 seconds. All right. And then you hit update. All right. So that's those settings are saving and are not yet live. To notify to make any notification live, you need to toggle this, uh, button here right at the title at the top. So long as you don't toggle this on, the pop-up will not show. All right. So you got to keep that in mind. So now we're done with the basic settings. All right. So in the left sidebar, the first setting that is the first page is the basic settings. Now we can go to the triggers page. So under triggers, you can set that if you want to show this pop-up on all the pages of your store, you just have to turn it on here. Otherwise, you can toggle that off, and then you can customize that on which pages you want to show. So, let's say you can put in the domain or the URL of the page, all right, and you can then customize it. Does not match, contains, does not contain, whatever. I mean, you can create multiple triggers. All right, then you can create another one. Suppose you wanted to appear on two specific pages, then you can do that separately. Or if you have more than one condition, then you can create additional conditions. All right. So for now, I'm just going to say trigger on all pages. Display trigger. The display trigger, you could have this uh, pop up. When do you want this pop up to trigger? So there are three options here. You could say delay, that is after every certain number of seconds. So let's say if I say I want to delay it by 10 seconds. So after every 10 seconds, whenever somebody loads a new page, after 10 seconds, this pop-up will show. All right. Suppose you say you want to choose exit intent. Exit intent is every time a user is on your site, and then after a few minutes, when he's about to just turn it off, it will pop up. All right. And the other one is scroll percentage. So let's say a user is on your page and you don't want to show the pop-up right away. You want to show it only after he or she scrolls through one third of your page. Then you can come down here and then say scroll percentage, right? So you can say like after 30%. So after the user scrolls to one third of your page on the top, then the pop-up will come. It'll become live, right? So these are the options you can have for display. So right now I'm just going to go for delay and then I'm going to set the delay as 10 seconds. All right. Display frequency. How long? Yeah. How often do you want this uh, 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 pop-up to show? I mean, do you want it to show all the time, every time a visitor comes on your site? Do you want to show it once per, visit session? Or do you want to show it once per browser? So you can again customize this. How frequent do you want this pop-up to show up so that you don't make it too intrusive, or you don't disturb the shopper too often. At the same time, you want him or her to take action, right? So for this one, we're just going to go with once per visit session. Now this is important here. You could display all pop-ups on your mobiles, tablets, as well as on your desktop. So here we have both these toggled on by default. So we're going to leave that as it. Hit update, and we're done with the second page, which is the triggers settings. All right. So now let's go to the display. Okay, the display here, this display duration. Now this is how long you want the pop-up to show once it goes live on your site. How long do you want it to display? 5 seconds, 10 seconds? So I'm just going to go with 10 seconds for now. Display position. Now this is where you can choose where you want your pop-ups to show. Uh, Social proof pop-ups always look good at the bottom left. So I'm going to go with bottom left, but you can choose what you like. All right, and this toggle here, display close button. So if you toggle this off, there won't be any cross button here on the pop-up. But if you want that, then you have to toggle this on. So for now, I'm going to leave that off. And display branding, yeah, this is very important. The website tools branding that you see here. So this is by default in the free account and basic account. It has website tools as a standard, which cannot be changed or removed. When you go for the higher account, when you upgrade to a more uh, higher account like the Pro or the Growth account or the Godzilla account, all of those have options where you can remove the branding and customize it with your own branding here. All right, so that's a very important point to note because many businesses would like to have their own branding, and we have that option as well available in the higher subscription plans. All right. So now let's hit update and leave that. Okay, there you go. All right, fine. Now we go into the last settings, which is customize. All right. So this is where you do all the good stuff with colors and animations and all of that. So here the title is Janice from Dallas. All right. So we want to give this a different color. So we can quickly go to any color picker. You can just go to Google and search HTML color picker, and you will have many of these sites that give you the color codes. All right. So we're just going to go with all right. In this case, we'll just go with okay. Here, we'll just copy this code here. You can copy it here, or if you want another color or lighter shade, you can just scroll down here. So for this, we're just going to go with this color code. Go back here, that enter. Right. So there you see. The moment you make a change, you'll immediately see that here. This is what what you see here is what you get in your final pop-up. So you always have to make sure that every time you make any change, you have to click down, scroll down, and hit update. Again, go back into the customize. All right. So now we want to customize the title. So let's say we want the title. We get another color for the title. All right. So in this case, I'm just going to go with a lighter shade. All right. Okay. I'm going to go with that shade there. Come back in here. Enter. Okay. So now you can see that the pop-up, the description color has changed as well. All right. So I'm back into customize. So every time you make a change, it takes you out of that page after saving. So you have to go back in and repeat the process. All right. And then now finally, let's say we want a border color for this pop-up. So all right. So I'm just going to go with this purple. All right. Scroll down here, border color, Control V, and then come in here and you can choose to give it a bit. How much thick of the border do you want that? All right, and then you can have this display shadow. If you shadow around the edges of the notification. So if you want them right now, this is how they look, right? But when you update it, it will change the color. Yeah, see there you go. Now it's purple. You can even change the if you want instead of white background, if you want a different color, you can do that here. All right, then background pattern. This is a very interesting option. If you like to have some background like this inside the pop-up instead of just white or any solid colors, you could give it some a different look and feel for your pop-up, right? So we're just going to go with none. Right? So we choose the rounded one. You can go for the other options, straight, round, or whatever. I mean, if you like that round edge, then that looks uh, nicer. Or if you would like the straight, and it's all square. So I'm just going to go with the rounded one for now. All right, and then animation. This is where you uh, decide how your pop-up loads and exits. So by default, it's fade in and fade out, and that typically looks good for social proof conversion notifications where it's not really strong on the visitor. It's not very aggressive. It's very mild, but gets the attention of your visitor. So fade in is what we choose. There are many options here: slide in, slide up. These are for other notifications, but you may choose whatever you like. So we could just going to go with fade in and fade out. All right, update. All right, so our pop-up is now ready. Okay, so I'm just going to add one more thing. Uh, a language. Language is something that is of very importance. You could use any language in your pop-ups. Okay, so let's say you want to add a description instead of English. You want to add a description in French. You have that option too. So we just copy paste this, and we have a Google Translate app. Okay, so let's say we want to do it in French. So we'll select language, and then we go down here and say French. so copy and paste your text here. There you go. Copy this, come back in here, and there you go. You have that right there in French. Okay, so you can do this with any language. So what I'm trying to demonstrate is that it's not just uh, for English or any particular language. You can use it for any language. Be where your store is in any part of the world, and depending on what your audience is and where they are from, you can create pop-ups accordingly. All right. So we're just going to update this, make it live. This is the most important thing. If you don't toggle your pop-up, they won't display on your website. Many people customize their pop-ups and then they forget the very important part, which is to do the demo, to turn this on. All right, and this is another section called data. This is for real-time conversion, so I'm not going to go into this right now. I've covered this in another video for real-time pop-up notifications. All right, so now let's go back into our Shopify store. The best part is you once you paste the pixel code onto your Shopify store, you never have to go back into your store to paste any code or do anything at all. It's just the first time that you have to paste your pixel code on your Shopify store or any other website. Thereafter, everything that you need to do is inside the website tools login dashboard. All right. So here we are. This is the demo Shopify page that I've created. If we refresh this page, yeah, there you go. Our pop-up is right there. This Shopify logo is coming uh, in between, but you could change that by going back into your demo page, go to display, and just say one just in the bottom, let's say middle left, right? Click on. Okay, so now that we've saved the changes, let's go into our Shopify store and okay, so once we refresh the page, now the pop-up should show up in the middle left after 10 seconds. So we'll just wait for 10 seconds to, right, that should load now. There you go. Okay, so that's it. This is the pop-up that we created. We changed the description to French, and that's all showing after 10 seconds. It will display for 10 seconds and will go off by itself. So like that, you can create a stream of pop-up notifications, different types of notifications, 24 different notifications for any business, for email capture, phone capture, pop-up, social conversions, notifications. You can even create counter conversion notifications, the clock, the counter clock, countdown, those notifications. Uh, be it any online business, you have all the possible notifications you need under one subscription. All right. So this is the standard steps that you need to follow for every manual pop-up notification, irrespective of whatever pop-ups you choose. In some cases, you will have the options to add image banners, in which case the same, you have to follow the same steps to copy the image URL and paste it. And that's about it. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please like it and share it. And if you need any help, then you can check with the help desk for more resources in writing steps. If you have issues with the video language, then you can just go into our help desk and translate it into a language of your choice and get the steps, in writing, step by step. All right. Thank you.